Okay, welcome back to Ballina Arts Centre. We're on episode 3 tonight, and I'm really excited to present two fantastic performances, Greg Pearle and Sarah Kane, aka Rowlette. So first up tonight we have Greg Pearle. Greg is very well known around these parts, having performed locally for many, many years. His back catalogue includes an album that was recorded with John Ilsley of Dire Straits. It was actually recorded in Mark Knopfler's studio, and Greg has a great story to tell us. I hope you enjoy it.
Everything's changing, seeing a reason, finding a meaning again. There's no tomorrow, forget the sorrow, yesterday's over and gone. Opening your eyes, see, we all need somebody. I just can't make it all alone. We are the children of someone's children, trying to make sense of the world. All of this violence, suffering, silence. Reach out and touch someone's hands. Opening your eyes, see, we all need somebody. I just can't make it all alone. All the little angels, drifting, tumbling, falling around. We're like little angels, trying to keep our feet off the cold ground. We're not our history, seeing a mystery, can't change the places we've been. When we are healing, letting the light in to brighten up everything. Opening our eyes, see, we all need somebody. I just can't make it all alone. No one can make it all alone. Can you help me?
So, Greg, thank you very much for joining us on Music Makers. That was a real pleasure. It appears to me you've been thinking about your craft a lot lately. Would that be true?
Thinking about everything a lot lately.
Yeah.
Kind of how I write, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's...
Would you be advised to go for the lyrics first, or does the melody come, or where?
It would normally be coincide, same,
Yeah.
in the same moment. I think.
Yeah, that's a bit of a gift, to be honest with you. I've spoken obviously to an awful lot of songwriters through this and through other work, and there definitely seems to be a division between the people who want to have the words first to put melody to it, and then vice versa. It's very unusual to actually come across somebody who can do that together. So
Yeah, it's. I suppose it's just the way. It's the way I started to try to write, if you like.
Yeah.
And still trying to write in that fashion.
Did you have an academic background? Were you grade English student as a kid, or was the interest always there around?
But as far as the Inter-Stars, the Inter.
Yeah, the Inter.
But as far as the Inter.
Nice.
And then out to work. Actually, I was working way before then.
Yeah.
It should be known after
Yeah.
school. No. Art would have been art and woodwork and sports.
Sports, yeah, lovely. Okay. Well, no, I'm aware of your background, right? You grew up in Fatima Mansions,
Yeah.
in a tough part of Dublin, right? But a good part of Dublin.
I suppose it turned into a tough
Yes.
place to be when drugs came on the scene. But
Yeah.
up until I was 14, maybe drugs weren't on the scene.
Yeah.
So it was like anywhere else, really. I think any flats that you might. Last person home takes the key out of the door.
Yeah, I
Type of
understand
thing.
that. No, I have to say that, one of your performances tonight, Another Old Town,
Okay.
I think I described it earlier as the rare old times with balls.
Okay.
It's an honest, gritty, and accurate reflection of your Dublin.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I think it's brilliant. I think it's a world-class piece of writing and music. You do mention in that song that no one lives forever, kings, queens, or paupers. Is that the line?
That's the line.
Where did that come from?
In my thinking on it was really getting something that would describe that it doesn't matter who you are, what you are,
Yeah.
what you do, where you go. In the end, we all turn to dust, which is the last line in that.
Yeah. I'm just
People
wondering.
might find that a bit morbid, but it's not. you
No,
know, it's
no,
just,
I
it's
think,
reality.
yeah, it's the truth, and the truth works best in music, obviously. I'm just wondering with the word pauper in particular. I know that some of my ancestors, if you like, my old family, my English side, that would have been very working class and quite poor, really. They felt themselves as paupers, or they were treated like that. Was there an element of that in your Dublin community? Did you feel like you were being left behind, or?
Not at all. No. The community spirit in the flats, for example, in Fatima would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, it's only good memories of that aspect of childhood. And when everybody else has nothing, it's kind of normal, you know. So
Yeah,
it was.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Your catalogue tonight, we had Reaching, we had Another Old Town, and the brilliant Criminal. It's a wonderful song as well.
Thank you.
They all appear to me to be quite biographical, reflective.
Very much, I believe. Yeah, very much.
And is that from a stage in your life now where it is that kind of celebrating your experiences, or have you always written kind of historical accounts of what's happened?
I think I've always just tried to give, if I'm writing about myself, just to be honest, and to try to reflect on something. It used to be when I'd be reflecting on earlier writing, I'd be reflecting on quite bad shit, you know. And I kind of at a stage now where it's like I don't really want to be going there lyrically, because people have had enough bad, you know.
Yeah.
Let's have something different.
Yeah.
You can spend your whole life racing, chasing. Most of your time trying to be free. A man is only as good as he believes. doubt was sucking the life out of me. I was born in Dublin, Dublin's fair city. Yeah. I was raised in the flats, a canal for the sea, where horses they pulled porter on barges. Every man has the right to be free. We'd sing on the swings after school in the playground, play football on the tar pitch till the sun was gone. Sometimes we'd go to war and the battles were ferocious. You could get your head split with a stone. From Fatima Mansions, Dolphin House, Dunor, St. Teresa's Gardens, Summer Hill down the docks. They were hard men, hard drinking, and your ma made the most of the few quid on Friday in the pot. Life's a dream or a nightmare, it depends on the dealer. You could lose yourself easy in a dangerous world. No one lives forever, not kings, queens or paupers. And in the end, we all turn to dirt. I'm getting older, we all are, that's life. I hardly recognize the place that I grew up. Take a walk into town, past Molly, there's Philo. Over there on Harry Street, hanging around. And I can still hear him sing. I've been spending my money in the old town. It's not the same, honey, now you're not around. I've been spending my time in the old town. I sure miss you, honey, now you're not around. Now you're not around. This old town.
I suppose in terms of the passing of time and age and all that, you know, none of us getting any younger, we're all, and that's written into one of your songs.
Yeah.
We're all getting older at the same rate. It's a thing that it's no harm to think about that sometimes. I'm just wondering, in terms of this creation you're working on, the rest of the album. You know, I know that it's not written. You've got these 3 or 4 songs that are there.
No, it is.
Is it all there?
Brandon, yeah, everything. I'm happy with. I'm happy with 9 tunes.
Right.
That's
okay.
enough as
Well,
far
that's
as I'm concerned.
Yep.
You know, that's more than enough.
Yeah, really. Okay. So what's the mood, apart from the songs that we are hearing tonight?
Pretty much in the same, hopefully in the same, at the same level of writing for a start. God, that sounds awful.
No, I understand that. There's a quality and you need
it
to
sounds a bit
maintain it.
arrogant. I don't mean it to sound arrogant.
No.
It's yeah, it's just something, you know, writing about something as opposed to writing about nothing.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a singer or a songwriter, or both?
Singer-songwriter.
Yeah, that's your badge.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
very good.
Hopefully, that's the
Okay.
one.
So hopefully, as things open up now, that we're coming out of this lockdown, which it's been a gift for some people, it's been tough on others. We're going to get back now soon to a stage where we can perform again. We can gig, we can be out there, we can do what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yourself, Brandon. What about yourself? I mean, you must be itching to.
I'm just dying to go. Yeah, I'm dying to go. I've a show written now. It's a big production. It's a 2-hour long thing that hopefully we'll get on here in Ballina Arts Centre.
Can't wait. Yeah.
This beautiful place. But no, I'm just thinking about.
This is amazing, actually.
It is.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. We don't need to do any work with the backdrop here.
Not at all.
But how would I put this? What I'm feeling around the streets of Ballina at the moment, today and yesterday, walking around, is hope. There's hope coming back to people. There's smiles on faces coming back. The sun is shining. I was watching fish getting caught here last night. It was just wonderful time to kind of open up a little bit of ourselves and be ready to be artistic again. I'm just wondering with this record that's coming and knowing the quality of the songs. Like, this doesn't sound like pub music to me, it doesn't sound like the stuff you're going to jam around the bars and the clubs or whatever. Maybe it is. Would you have any intention of maybe touring this, and really driving it?
I'm going to be incredibly honest in answer to that, Brendan. Yeah. I've no interest in the pub scene anymore,
Yeah.
It just doesn't serve the purpose that
I understand.
this needs now, so I'm definitely looking at pre-production in the next 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But not anxious. It will happen because
You're not
it
in a
will
hurry,
happen.
right?
It will happen because it will. Simple as that.
Yeah.
If I walk up and down the river for summer, and that's enough for me. It will happen. So I'm not in the least bit concerned, if you like, for the first time.
Yeah. You're
And
content.
again, just without sounding like I'm like there's arrogance in what I'm saying, I know what's going on with these songs, and thank goodness.
If you could spend an hour with any of the great songwriters or creators, living or dead,
Okay, it would have to be Leonard Cohen.
he's your hero?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his hat.
Jerry Rafferty would come in there somewhere as well.
Jerry Rafferty,
Yeah.
right? Really good. Yeah. What was the stuff you were listening to growing up? Where's your
I can safely say that there was probably 4 albums growing up that I had access to.
Right.
Yeah. One of them was Abbey Road. One of them was Johann Strauss.
Yeah.
Belonged to my elder sister. And the other one was probably belonged to my father because it was Jim Reeves.
Okay.
Jim Reeves.
Yeah, we've got a bit of that in my house as well.
That was it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was it.
When did you pick up a guitar for the first time? How did that happen?
Always trying. I was involved in a music club in the Liberties when I was very, very young.
Right. Okay.
Probably about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I kind of fell away from that in teenage years, as we do, going off and chasing young ones and chasing alcohol and anything else.
Chasing life.
Chasing life.
Yeah.
Chasing. Full stop.
We might write a song about that together. Chasing life.
That I'd wish that I had written. What would be a song that I would wish that I had written? A song that there would be songs.
Yeah.
For the sake of making a fortune, I would say Baker Street.
Right, okay, yeah. You're after the money first.
Yeah, I'm sick of fucking being poor.
Well, you're going the right way now with this new record.
Thank you. Yeah. It's great to have a buddy, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to find
I'll
out.
let you know if and when it happens.
Yeah. Baker Street, yeah.
Baker Street, it's quite typical, but as something that would, I think if you pick any timeless piece of music, I love Here Comes the Sun. The moment you hear Here Comes the Sun, it's like, oh my God. In fact, after watching some stuff over the course of our lockdown about George Harrison, a wonderful documentary called Concert for George,
Okay.
where it was only different artists playing George
songs.
Harrison's music.
Yeah.
and he instantly became my favourite writer of the Beatles. The man was a phenomenal songwriter.
And that is interesting, the fact that obviously the Lennon-McCarthy brand is what drives the Beatles industry. You know?
Now you could die walking your doggy, you could fall on your face, you can lose your sense of direction, cut yourself with one slip of a knife. Rise, fly, phoenix, pick your bed up, walk out in the sunlight. You still got choices, don't you feel lucky? Goodness, you're lucky to be alive. You're not a criminal at all. You're not a criminal at all. Your back was up against the wall. You're not a criminal at all. Go your own way, believe in yourself. You don't need crosses, you got a full load. You're like a gypsy, just keep on moving. Life keeps on moving, move on down the road. You're not a criminal at all. You're not a criminal at all. Your back was up against the wall. You're not a criminal at all. Now there's a slow train, it's coming round the bend. That's what the man said, so you ought to pay heed. Don't be a statistic, get realistic. You're not a pawn in the rich man's game. You're not a criminal at all. You're not a criminal at all. Your back was up against the wall. You're not a criminal at all. You're not a criminal at all. You're not a criminal at all. Your back was up against the wall. You're not a criminal at all.
I really took something from the second performance tonight by Rowlette. Her performance was passionate, her writing is honest, and her delivery of the music is just incredible.
Special to touch, so I waited for a reason good enough, and I kept my distance whilst always persistent about one day. Oh, but time it often slips by, evaporated before my eyes, and abstract is nice till you realize that it's almost too late. Oh, so I'll grab the bull by the horns and I'll dance through the roughest of storms. 'Cause thunder and lightning, well, it ain't all that frightening when you know you're going down anyway. Hey! just meaning assigned. So I could just change my mind, turned it all upside down. Oh, and I found the special in everything. Oh, so I'll grab the bull by the horns and I'll dance through the roughest of storms. 'Cause thunder and lightning, well, it ain't all that frightening when you know you're going down anyway. Hey! Oh, so I won't be waiting. 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 And I'll grab the bull by the horns, and I'll dance through the roughest of storms. 'Cause thunder and lightning, well, it ain't all that frightening when you know, when you know. When you know. I'll grab the bull by the horns, and I'll dance through the roughest of storms. Thunder and lightning, well, it ain't all that frightening when you know you're going down anyway. When you know you're going down anyway.
Here, piano side with Rowlette. I have a smile on my face, as you can see. Really enjoyed that. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much, and thanks for coming in. How did
Thank you
it
for
feel to
having
be back on stage?
Oh, amazing. Yeah. I come here every week.
Yeah, I
No,
know, yeah.
yeah, no, it's great.
You've not stopped smiling since either, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Your first song tonight for us was Thunder and Lightning, so
Yeah.
I'm looking for a bit of background on that one.
So yeah, Thunder and Lightning is about when you really want to do something, but you nearly want to do it so much that you procrastinate,
Yeah.
and you don't want to touch it because if you try and fail, you know, then it's kind of tainted. But I suppose Thunder and Lightning is about, you know, the idea of failing actually is no worse than not doing it at all. So it's kind of like when you know you're going down anyway, the options are either fail or don't do it.
It's what's known as failing successfully.
There you go, yeah.
Give it a try.
So yeah, so I had an epiphany one day. I was actually at my desk in work, and I just started writing the first few verses. But I was kind of like, oh, wait a second.
On your lunch break.
Yeah, on my lunch break, of course. Working through lunch, and just realised it was kind of, and then it was kind of before I started to release music and everything. And then, yeah, I was kind of like, you know what? If you fail, at least you tried, and I think that's the most important thing.
Everyone starts somewhere. So
Yeah.
just on that, I suppose, how long are you on the road, as we say?
Yeah, so I've been singing and writing songs for as long as I can remember, but I have only was only when I was 19 actually that I actually played any of the songs that I wrote for anyone in real life. So I played it to my friend Fina, and she started crying. I don't know if they were happy tears or sad tears, but I'm going to go with happy tears. And I've been singing since, and then I released my first single in 2018.
Right.
So the end of 2018, November 30th. So right in there for Christmas. So yeah, so 2.5 years I suppose I've been releasing.
So you've got a common theme, I suppose, with previous guests that we've had on the show. I'm thinking about Rebecca McRedmond in particular, whose star was flying high, and then this pandemic, this lockdown, this shutdown of the country occurs. You were pretty much in the same field. You were touring, you were opening gigs for big acts, Jack L, I think, and really ready to launch. I remember seeing you on TV, on Nationwide, talking about lockdown. So you're our ambassador and our spokeswoman for lockdown. I want to know how you're getting on with it first.
I suppose, like everyone, I haven't enjoyed it. There's a few small benefits. I know I'll be definitely grateful for everything after this, but yeah, it's been really hard. I think everyone's found it really hard. I've been super lucky. I have a great support network in my house. Me and the girls have gotten on so well. So we definitely didn't have the worst of it, touch wood. Didn't get sick or anything like that, or no one close to me. I know a lot of people have had it worse, so you feel bad complaining, but yeah, creatively, not ideal.
No.
And especially, I suppose, like you said, when you feel like you're getting that bit of momentum and you're getting out there and all that, it's hard when it seems to come to a sudden standstill. But hopefully now everyone will be more eager for music than ever when we're back.
I'm getting the feeling off you that you were motivated now again. You're ready to go.
Like
somewhere, anywhere.
Like a dog at the tracks. Yeah, let me at it.
A full room, live audience.
Yeah.
How much do you miss that?
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
It was great because I'm in Dublin most of the time, and sure, every night of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you could be doing an open mic or doing a gig somewhere. So it was, it's great buzz, and it's something nice to be doing because it's productive, but you're meeting people and you're performing, you're getting songs out there. So it's been hard because you kind of forget why you do it sometimes. When you're playing with people, like we sang that song earlier, or when you're playing for people, it's just so different. And when you don't have that at home, you're kind of like, why am I doing this? But then when you get to perform again, it's all worth it.
Absolutely. And we're not too far away now. Like
no,
you say,
touch
wood.
wood.
I think we're in a far better place this summer than we would have been last year anyway, for sure.
Hey, how you doing? It's been a while, and lately I've been kinda missing your smile. I tried to call you, but the number wouldn't dial. How are you? Is everything alright? I've been thinking, so I put my thoughts together and I lay them on a page in the format of a letter, and I sent it to that address that I visited last year. I know you liked that apartment. I hope that you're still there, 'cause I miss you. And I'd really like to talk, and oh, I love you. Did I tell you that enough? And oh, I miss you. And I'd really like to talk. And you should come to visit, like you said that you would do. We can light up and lay low like we used to, and we can watch all of those movies you couldn't believe I didn't know, or show you the sets of those stories I told you long ago. And we can drink whiskey, you said I have to 'cause I'm Irish, and then I'll watch you do the worst, best impression of a drink. And you say that you hate dancing, but always had so much fun when we did, and then we'll drink too much and spill our souls until 5 or 6. And oh, I miss you, and I'd really like to talk, and oh, I love you. Did I tell you that enough? And oh, I miss you, and I'd really like to talk. And how is work? Are you busy? Are you still saving lives? Maybe that's why I haven't heard. You just haven't had the time, and you're still the one I think of when anyone gets sick. You never had a clue, but always acted like you did. Oh, and I don't pray, but I'm kind of praying that you'll call. And I know that that will make you laugh. You believe in nothing at all, and I know the people haven't always treated you like they should. But don't give up on everyone, 'cause most of us are good. And I miss you, and I'd really like to talk, and oh, I love you. Did I tell you that enough? And oh, I love you. Did I tell you that enough? And oh, I love you. Did I tell you that enough? Did I tell you that enough?
So maybe you want to talk to us about the second song that you did for us there.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece of
So, thank you. So Letters was about a friend of mine that I was really good friends with on my Erasmus, and we would have stayed in touch. We wouldn't have talked all the time, but it would have been, send a text and you get a reply sort of way. And then I suppose one day I sent a message and I didn't get any reply. It wasn't delivering. Yeah. I was, ringing. His phone was dead. And I just ran out of ways to contact him. We'd not really many mutual friends or anything. So the only thing I could do was write a letter. So that's the kind of when I wrote the song, was when I sent the letter and I was waiting for a response. And even sending the letter, like I hadn't sent a letter in years, and I didn't even know if he was still living there. But so it's kind of about that, when you really care about someone, you might have fallen out of touch, and then you're kind of thinking, crap, are they okay? And do they actually know I do care? Because it's easy to, I think especially now, you don't see people as often. You might bump into them at work or into the pub or at the GA, whatever. But so I think it was kind of a reminder to myself to just constantly be reaching out to people. You don't need a reason, just say that you're thinking of them. So touch wood, he got the letter, so he was fine. He knows not to do that again.
What was all the fuss about?
I
was just having a rest.
Pretty much, He was like, "What's wrong with you?" But so now I've been much more proactive in reaching out to friends and kind of sending them letters and everything. Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Now, I enjoyed all of what you did here for us this evening. Now, to be honest with you, I've got a question around influences for you, because there's something very distinct about your voice. I know I probably say this to everybody, you're unique and you're original.
We're all special.
We're all God's children and all that. But there's something about your voice that I don't know what the word is. It just catches me. It's like a hook. You're kind of drawn in on it. Do you actively try to create a sound, or is that what's just naturally flowing out of you?
So that's the natural, I
Yeah.
suppose, flow. Sometimes I have to try and rein it in a bit, especially when you're recording. That natural flow can be a bit too natural.
Too heavy, is
But
it?
yeah, but no, that's just kind of what
Yeah.
comes out. So I don't know. I suppose I'd been reared on Midwest, so there's plenty of kind of country twangs in there, and then like Avril Lavigne and Sinead Twain that all have that kind of like kind of thing. I think that I have. So yeah, but yeah, it's just what comes out. So I'm glad you like it.
Oh, I
because-
do. I love it. Do you ever feel angry when you're writing? Like, is there any of that kind of drive? No, you just mentioned Avril Lavigne.
Oh yeah, she's got a lot of the.
I had her first album in my car, I'd say, for a year and a half,
No way.
maybe 2 years, because my eldest daughter was big into her, you know.
Yeah.
So I know every word of every song on that album, but I thought, geez, she's angry, like, you know.
Yeah, she actually, it probably wasn't the best thing to be listening at 7, 8 years old. I was angry about all these things that had never happened to me. Do I feel, no, I think I'd be very conscious that kind of, what you write about, because music has such a powerful impact on how you feel.
Yeah.
So I definitely, like, if I was angry or frustrated, I'd try and channel it through a song, but I suppose I try not to play it too much because music has the power to bring you down so much and can bring you up so much. Now the problem is it's much easier to write angry, sad songs than it is to write happy.
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It is.
so I think sometimes you can kind of get sucked into that, but I try to balance it a little bit. Or I think I
Well-
probably veer more in the sad than the angry.
No, I think you've found a balance. I think you found the trick. And
Thanks.
the third song tonight, which is your upcoming single, I believe.
Yeah, June 11th. So don't ask me what I'm at. So
You're in the wrong place for that. I have to ask you what you're at.
that's my answer on that song. So it's basically, so I wrote it just in my first year of college, and it's kind of that time in your life when everyone's like, so what are you doing now? What are you studying? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, go away.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, and it's funny because when I wrote that song, I thought this is very much just for this. There's certain songs that describes exactly how you're feeling in the moment, and then you move on, and you're kind of like, that was me then.
Compartmentalised and
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, that's not a compartment. That's an ongoing theme now. And it was kind of one of those ones that I was like, no, like, that's an old song, but it's still very, very relevant now, I think. And especially, I feel like now there's just so much pressure to be, you have to be your best self. And you have to,
absolutely.
you have to have the career going, you have to have the relationships, you have to have your social life, you have to be like, abs and, everything look perfect all the time. And it's kind of like, what, I don't think anyone really has it figured out. I think anyone who looks like they do probably is pretending. But for me, it was just very much like, what, just don't ask me what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah, just leave me alone.
yeah, I'm trying to figure it out myself, so I can't explain it to you right now. But yeah.
I think the song explains it perfectly. To be honest with
Yeah,
you.
just listen to the song
That's
on
the whole
repeat.
thing. Yeah. If you want to know what I'm on about, get in and listen to
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
No, it's super work. So it is.
Thank you.
So my trick question, what's that song? Which one do you wish you could have
thought-
written?
The one I wish I wrote, Jesus.
I'm really hoping you say Shania Twain.
Man, I feel like a woman. That's the one. I really wish you'd texted me this question last night and not today. But a song, we could probably change day to day. There's one song, and it's not particularly relevant to my life or anything, but the Bob Dylan song "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right."
Yeah.
It's just for some reason it makes me so upset.
I was listening to that on Sunday evening.
No
believe it or
way.
not, Yeah.
People always ask me what I'm doing with my life. Well, if I gave you an answer, I would probably tell a lie. Where do I see myself in 5 years' time? Truth be told, your guess is just as good as mine. But just don't ask me what I'll make, 'cause I haven't a clue. I go from one day to the next night and notion what I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure it out. But you'll be the first to know when I do. Don't ask me what I hate, 'cause I haven't a clue. tell me that it must be nice to live a life so wild and free. But it's not nice, it's petrifying. I'd love nothing more than to have a plan, to know that I'm on the right track instead of this, oh, I don't know, and constantly looking back. But just don't ask me what I'm at, 'cause I haven't a clue. I go from one day to the next night, and no shame what I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure it out. You'll be the first to know when I do. Don't ask me what I'm at, 'cause I haven't a clue. And it feels like everybody else has a plan, but I've been told that life rarely follows that, so maybe I'm better off with no expectations, lingering disappointments and waiting, and I'll just have to make the best of whatever it is I get. But just don't ask me what I'm at, 'cause I haven't a clue. I go from one day to the next night, and no shit what I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure it out. You'll be the first to know when I do. Don't ask me what I'm at, 'cause I haven't a clue. No, I couldn't tell you. Even if I wanted to, 'cause I haven't a clue.
Okay, so that's it from episode 3 of Music Makers. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.